So why now? It's the question everybody wants to know. Why did you wait this long? And was there something specific about the sports world that forced you to keep this inside?
Well, for me, it was it's culmination of a long personal journey. Really, it wasn't until this moment in time today, sitting here with you, that I was really, I thought, prepared to do that. And certainly the fear that drove that was that if that aspect of my life became public, that would limit my ability to follow what was really my passion, to be a part of team sports and to be a part of everything that I love about it. And I was concerned that disclosure could limit what I would be able to do in my career.
What was it that you saw in the locker room, in the executive suites, in the sort of psychology of the NBA that persuaded you that you couldn't be openly gay and successful in that arena?
Well, certainly nothing unique to the NBA, and nothing that I would ever characterize as a hostile environment of any kind. There's just what I've kind of termed the conspiracy of silence, where it's just a topic that's not discussed. It's just nothing that is comfortable to be a part of our work environment, totally out of step probably with where our society is today, but it still exists.
But that's what I want to pursue. Why is the sports world out of step? Because in other environments, the legal profession, the acting profession, the arts, science, academia, there don't seem to be these inhibitions. Yet in sports, it is so much, as you have felt it day in, day out, part of that culture. Why?
It's interesting. There are those who have said it's no big deal what I've done, but I don't think I'd be sitting here with you today if it wasn't a big deal, and I don't know. It's something I think about the team sports culture where you depend upon the trust of your teammates. You depend upon their confidence in you as somebody who can do what they're supposed to do. And I think the culture of team sports goes into the front office as well. We're competitive. We're all there for a reason, and it's just something about that environment that breeds it.
Now, just as you were making this decision to announce to the world what had been a secret, a tough secret to carry with you, Kobe Bryant and the incident where he let loose a slur towards an NBA referee. Right. David Stern, the commissioner, immediately slapped him with a $100,000 fine. He then apologized. Did that make you question whether this was the right thing to do, or make you that much more certain it was important to do it?
Well, the irony of the timing is it was the day before that I had been sitting in David Stern, the commissioner's office, to kind of discuss this with him, and then the next night Kobe went off, and I think it reinforced that probably it was the time, because I think that'll probably be remembered also as a teaching moment, and I think he's apologized for it. I think he regrets doing it very much, but it was a conversation starter for sure, and led to another step in the dialogue.
Now, were there unique moments over the course of your career that it was harder than others? When Magic Johnson, for instance, came out, told people that he had HIV, and there was pushback, and there was a conversation, this is the early 90s, I think, in the NBA. Was that a moment when you said, gee, I'm carrying a secret here, I want to be part of this conversation and discuss what it means to be HIV positive, or how did that affect you?
Well, I'm not even sure that the issues are related, but it was, it was a scary time for us, absolutely, and it was a time I was very proud of the NBA's response in trying to educate people, but I wasn't ready, and I think that's what this is about when someone is personally ready to be able to take this step. I wasn't ready then.
Right, and just so it's clear, the response within the NBA has been what?
Just spectacular. I've heard from several of the NBA owners in the last 48 hours, so many of my coworkers. Today, actually, in your green room, I was just reading an email from somebody who's an executive in sports who I don't know, who just said, thank you. This is going to make a difference in my life. And that's really, I guess, the motivation, it was the motivation for choosing such a public route to do this.
Now, let me ask you a tough question. Can you name publicly other gay men in the sports world?
No, because...
And what does that tell you?
Well, in the 40 years that I have been in sports, no one has ever asked me, and I've never asked anyone.
Charles Barkley put out a statement today saying it's inevitable. There have been other gay men on the teams he's played with, and Charles Barkley, to his credit, says, who cares? We all play basketball. Yeah. But what does it tell you that there are other gay men, but nobody has had the willpower to cross the line you just crossed?
Well, just that it is a huge commitment personally to decide in some cases, to put at risk everything that you feel you've accomplished. Whether that's true or not, I think we'll learn a little bit by the aftermath of what's happened with me.
Now, look, I know the NBA has been putting together PSAs, public service announcements, with an array of players, and all that's wonderful, but it seems to me the only thing that will really solve this is others following your example. Isn't that right? When it becomes part and parcel of daily life, a PSA on TV just doesn't do it.
Well, I think we're going to learn from this about what happens. I don't know what my future is. I don't know where my career is going to go. I don't know what opportunities I will have. I think that's part of the big problem with players. There's no example out there. No one's ever done it. Nobody really knows what's going to happen. And I think based on the incredible outpouring that's come to me because of this, I think it will be encouraging for others to do the same.
Amidst all the good news, the positive reinforcement from David Stern on down through the entire NBA, any negative pushback?
Nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. Of the hundreds and hundreds of emails I've gotten in the last 2 days, not one has, been a negative in tone at all.
And real quick, your views on same-sex marriage, for it, against it?
I look at the word equal, and I'm still looking for the asterisk. I can't really see where that is.